And we're back. Thank you all once again for joining in Direction Forward Memphis. My name is Neil Lewis. We have a couple of good stories. I'll keep the segments short today because later on today will be the Memphis City Council meetings and committee meetings. So the full council meeting and then also the committee meetings. So I want to tune in and see what transpires for the end of July. Today's July 23rd, by the way. Thank you for joining the platform. Please take the time and comment on these videos. If you have an opinion about a particular thing, please comment so we can have a response or some type of interaction. Again, you can reach me at directionforwardmemphis@gmail.com. You can reach me directly at that email address, and I'll make sure to get back to you. Like, comment, subscribe to all of the videos. Subscribe to the channel, please. That right now I'm in a major effort to get to 300 subscribers. So if you see me constantly asking you to subscribe to the channel, please do. Please do. It'd be a great help to the channel. It's free. It's easy to do. Once you visit the video that you're watching at that particular time, if you click on the icon with the D and the forward sign, it'll take you to the page and you can subscribe right there. But once again, I appreciate your presence, and let's jump into it. So there was a good story that I found. This was a couple of days old, and I just feel like it's good, overall for the city. And once again, our youth, because that's where it always starts. We had a video not long ago with Dr. Fegans and Shelby County school systems, and it was a great quote. As the kids go is how the city goes, because we're moving into the future. So I definitely prescribe to that train of thought. And so this story kind of, it's a good representative of that train of thinking. So, all right, let's see what we got here. So there's not a story, there's a video. And we'll lock into this video and see what they have to say. And the title of the story, The Pursuit of God Church buys the Georgian Hills Center to help young entrepreneurs in Memphis. And this is from ABC 24. Let's see if we can figure this out. I don't know why it's playing another video.
It's on all things Zag Podcast.
Part of the
put on some Dusty Stromer put on some much needed muscle, and Caliph Battle is rocking a.
All right, let me refresh this and see if, all right, here we go.
Consider this your sign to stock up on signage, because right now at Vistaprint, all signs are 20% off.
The Georgian Hills Center was once an empty piece of land. The Pursuit of God Church bought the property and allowed young entrepreneurs to set up and run small businesses. This was all made possible through their program, the Husband Institute, which guides young men, many of whom don't have father figures in their lives. Our visual storyteller, Devin Wood, has more.
This place is just, it creates memories. Let's say that, it creates a lot of memories. I'm a banana split king. And I mean, everybody that come and want a banana split, they gotta come through me. Can't nobody else make it but me.
Delicious. Those co-workers working here at this strip mall concerning our retreat suites and the Regroup Boutique has had an incredible impact on our lives. Because if this had not been for the Husband Institute, some of us would be out there in the streets.
Ice cream, ice cream. Last call, ice cream.
Most of these boys, probably 90% of them, do not have a biological father in the house. Of the boys that you saw today, 50% of them, their father is dead. So,
Welcome to the family, baby. All right.
we are giving to boys what we wish a male had given to us. So you always heard pay it forward, but for us, almost like we're reaching back.
Lord. Good.
In school, I played ball, so a lot of times my parents didn't make it to my games. So I try to be the guy that cheerlead in the crowd for the guys when they play ball.
It's his birthday. Yep. 1, 2.
I really think that's one of the most important things that we have here is a community And the community that we bring is non-violence, no arguing, none of that.
A proven, effective way of doing that is here already, and it just happens to be at this strip mall. We're rebuilding a modern-day Memphis Black Wall Street here.
That's outstanding. That is outstanding. This is, give me one moment, Georgian Hills Center, Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, so I just wanted to see what this Georgian Hills Center is. So Pursuit of God is located in the Fraser area on Watkins. You know what? This is just a good representation of the things that are happening in the community and how there's outreach that's there and available. And it's really for, the younger people to lock in with it. And I don't know whether or not, in a lot of places, it's weird because we're kind of counterproductive in ways. It could be seen as quote unquote corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, to go and be a part of a program like this, you would have, I know when I was growing up at least, somebody, it might not even be an outright, they say something, but you feel a certain type of way saying it to them that, hey, I'm a part of this. That type of mindset needs to change because this is, solid foundation. They're operating within a solid foundation. And the church is taking an active part in their community. And actually putting action behind words that I'm sure are being spoken. So it's good to see that they've put these young people into situations where they can learn business, learn different types of, trade crafts and so on and so forth, but have leadership types of positions where they make decisions or they go approach somebody. They have to learn whatever customer service skills they need to learn. Just learn how to be sociable and interacting with people that might not be necessarily from their neighborhood. I can go in there right now and they would have to adapt and figure out how to communicate directly with me. You know what I'm saying? And still be able to provide whatever it is that they're serving. In this case, it looked like candy, ice cream, that type of deal, but provide that product, but then have a lasting relationship with that person when they walk out of the door. To say, I would come back here for this reason. I would just go back there just to see the kids do what they do. And we can't cover this type of stuff up. It might not be as interesting as some stories. We can't cover this type of story. We can't cover up people that are out here actually doing the work, the churches that are making an impact. That all needs to be brought to the forefront. And the volume needs to be raised on these types of things, because bringing more businesses in to do exactly the same type of thing. Now, in my mind, I know that it's difficult if you have a business to bring in youth, train them. That takes man hours. That takes energy. That takes time away from something else you could be doing. But if you do take that initial period of time and then you have that person there to do whatever training, if you take the initial time with one or two, individuals, young youth, and have them, so if more are brought in, they can train and show the people that come in behind them the same exact thing, then you have a working cog in your machine. And since you've set that precedent, or you have that in place, that training in place, it ultimately helps your business. In my mind, I feel like bringing kids into business is an outstanding thing. It does a lot of different things. You may have to, pay the bill on the front end as far as training and having some of those early headaches. But after the fact, if you keep the rotation going, you can have it push your business forward if you're in the type of business that can accommodate those types of things. I just think that it's a good idea. If churches are getting involved in this, I don't know the particular business that they're involved with. I see that they say that they purchased Georgian Hills Center to help young entrepreneurs. So I don't know the program that they're specifically using, But I just think overall, man, you can't beat this. That's that many more young kids that aren't involved in stuff that include breaking car windows, trying to steal your car, all these things that are just is damaging to the community as a whole and to those kids, because if they get caught in the system, it's difficult to get out of the system. So I was looking here and I saw, so this is Pursuit of God Church. So restoring righteous, relevant reputation to the local congregation. They're on 3759 North Watkins. Here is their first family. I'd imagine Pastor Ricky and Sheila Floyd. And so, go out there and take a look at the pursuitofgod.org. They're out there doing great things. And, you just can't beat this type of thing for our community as a whole. So we'll cut all that crap out. But anyways, I think that it's a great thing that they're doing as far as the Pursuit of God Church in their neighborhood, and they're helping young entrepreneurs find their calling. And I mean, you may get into one of these programs and not feel that it's for you, and that's fine. But it gives you that much more exposure to something that you otherwise probably wouldn't have exposure to, especially at a certain age. There's a reason why, for the entrepreneurs that are out there right now, all of you business owners, myself to be included, if you have a child and you have a business, if you have a young child and you have a business, more likely than not, that young child is going to fall into the footsteps of that parent. That's just the way that it goes. And then a lot of parents want to put their child in position to be entrepreneurs or run whatever business that they're running at that point in time, especially if it's something that's unique in making money or employs a lot of people. They want their children to be a part of that. And the exposure that child gets at a young age to independently working and making money is invaluable. So as many kids as we can get into position to do that same exact thing is a benefit for the city as a whole. It allows them to put their energy into something else. And I understand that it's not as easy as just saying it. I get that. There's a lot of things going on that have to be addressed. But if there's some type of net, or if this is a regular working part of how we operate within our communities, after time, it will become more normalized and it won't be something that seems to be, it won't seem to be native. It won't seem to be native to the people in the community or the children. It'll seem normal. So, a lot of times we do the summertime deal, which I think is a smart time to do it. Or the programs that the city of Memphis right now has for children to participate in summer employment. If that net can be cast out even further for more community children to be a part of other businesses, working functional parts of, that are a part of the overall Memphis community, that'd be a big help. And I just feel like something can be put into place or be explored to see whether or not that's realistic. It costs money. I get it. And so obviously there'll have to be a lot of digging in order to get that accomplished. And again, like I've said before in the past, it really is going to end up having to take a lot of diligence, and the people that are charged, or for lack of a better word, they're championing these types of efforts. They're really going to have to be in it for the right reasons to keep pushing forward. So I like to see what Pursuit of God Church is doing, and I hope that spreads, to other businesses, other churches, other community stakeholders, all the way around, because if we're able to catch and get that moving in the right direction, I think that our future and it'll address public safety 100%. I feel the fastest, but that just depends on how fast the implementation can go, how well the plan has been laid out, thought through, and executed. But it's just a thought. And I don't know, maybe somebody else has an idea that's similar to or better than, that can, this is how we should go about doing it, and then try to get the buy-in necessary in order to actually get it done. But it would be interesting to have the conversation. And obviously you would have to have business owners on board too. It's not easy. It wouldn't be an easy task. A lot of people don't want to be bothered. The stress of doing business by itself isn't easy. So having to add a new layer in, but again, it's just about, making the change. And once again, it becomes normalized to everybody around you. And I think that in the long run, it could be a benefit. And I think that benefit could even be measured. It can be measured on the business side, the government side, and public safety side as well. So just a thought to throw in there on that. Great story.